The evolution of women's history traces how women's roles, rights, and recognition have changed across time. It also reflects how historians began documenting women's contributions to politics, education, culture, labor, and social movements. Here is a brief overview of the journey. In early foundations, pre-1800s, women were largely excluded from political power, formal education in many societies, but were still influenced in families, economics, and social movements. One of the key early figures, Mary Wollstonecraft, wrote a vindication of the rights of women in 1792, making a case for women's education and equity. The 19th century marked the organized fight for women's rights, especially the right to vote. Seneca Falls Convention in New York marked a major milestone for the first organized women's rights convention in the U.S. Key leaders that made an impact at this time was Elizabeth Cady Stanton, Susan B. Anthony, Sojourner Truth, who is so famously known for the Ain't I a Woman speech connecting race and gender equality. More women's rights to vote organizations formed, along with growing activism linking abolition and women's rights. Then came the early 20th century. This era saw major political breakthroughs, one being the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution, granting women the right to vote in the United States. During this time, influential women made a huge impact, like Alice Paul and Ida B. Wells linked racial justice and women's equality. The mid-20th century workplace and civil rights era. After World War II, women entered the workforce in large numbers and demanded equality. Expanding educational opportunities, labor rights advocacy, and connections with civil rights movements. Betty Friedman wrote The Feminine Mystic in 1963, challenging traditional gender roles. And then in the late 20th century, the second wave of feminism, the 1960s through the 1980s. Activism focused on workplace equality, reproductive rights, and legal protections. And with major legislation like the Title IX banning sex discrimination in federally funded education programs, progress continued to move forward. Kamala Harris, first woman and first Black and South Asian Vice President of the United States, significantly grew women in political leadership. In global advocacy for girls' education, championed by Malala Yousafzai, has added great value, along with the groundbreaking Me Too movement, led by Tarana Burke, that raised awareness of gender-based violence. Women's history emphasizes intersexuality and intersects with race, class, culture, and other identities. And the evolution has expanded political rights, increased access to education, growth of economic participation, greater representation in leadership, and ongoing equity and inclusion. Women have shaped every part of our world, our families, our communities, our workplaces, and our future. Their resilience, innovation, compassion, and leadership continues to impact everyone, every day. I express gratitude for the women who inspire change, break barriers, and create opportunities for generations to come. Thank you for your strength, your voice, and your unwavering contributions that make our world better.